All right, on episode 7 of Inside Beast Athletics, PK is going to talk about sports nutrition. All right, it's Tuck Taylor here.
Seneca PK.
And this is episode 7 of Inside Beast Athletics.
Yes.
All right, PK, you're back.
Yeah.
You're back.
Yes.
You're back.
Back on this side of the table.
That's right.
Yeah.
PK produced our last episode with Alex Miller. If you have not seen it, Diaz will probably put a link to episode 6
somewhere
right here in this area, or maybe at the end of the show. Alex did a phenomenal job talking about his experience here at Beast Athletics. It was great. On to topics on episode 7.
Yes.
We've been getting a lot of comments and inquiries from the sports performance side of things here at Beast Athletics. So we dedicated episode 6 and probably episode 7 to sports performance topics. PK is going to talk about sports nutrition.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about fueling yourself for success for sports nutrition, right? So we always talk about the main 3 things for any type of sports nutrition or sports performance is pre-performance, of course, during your performance, when you're actually working out or you're actually in the game, what should you be consuming, what you should be doing, and what's the best thing to do for post-performance. So the main thing, first starting with pre-performance, we have to make sure that we're fueled and ready to go. We have to fuel ourselves for success. So what we need to do is making sure we're having nutrient-dense foods, once again, making sure that we're having something that is going to give us the energy, the stamina throughout the workout. So we're talking about what I usually do is have half a piece of fruit, or usually like a banana, and mixed nuts is what I will take in to actually sustain me through the workout, and it actually will allow me to endure the workout longer. I find out sometimes a lot of people, usually we have people come into Beast Athletics and start and try out a session, and they do not come in properly fueled. And usually what's one of the signs we usually see?
We see getting pale, turning almost this green type color.
Green tint.
You start to slow down a lot.
Definitely. And then the most time, and usually the first thing when I ask them, they're usually getting dizzy, or they're feeling kind of as if they're going to throw up because they have not fueled themselves appropriately. So making sure that you have that fruit, a natural pre-workout versus the all those other pre-workout drinks. We won't mention any of those, but the pre-workout drinks, you know exactly what we're talking about. But having the natural pre-workout, having fruit, which is the fructose, the actual sugar from the fruit that your body will tap into and knows exactly what to do with, and tap into that for your workout, and having some mixed nuts, which is the good omega-3s and all that. Your body can tap into that fat acid and actually burn it off, and being able to sustain you throughout the workout without you fatiguing quickly.
So PK, why the natural foods versus the highly caffeinated pre-workout stuff?
Yeah, good question. Now, definitely when it comes down to caffeine is a dehydrator as well. So any of those chemically based products are going to not only, you might get the stimulant from it, of course, initially to get that energy to get you going, but what happens is we're talking about what happens in the long term over those things. A lot of times people say, especially when you take some of those well-known pre-workout drinks, they feel jittery, or they feel like itchy skin a little bit. And those are things because of those chemicals in that is going to affect their body, right? And then you just do not know what those things will happen or take place to your body in the long run. So it's best to go ahead and have a natural pre-workout, because your body exactly knows what to do with those things. It breaks it down appropriately, and your body will actually utilize it, metabolize it quickly, so you can then tap into what we want to all tap into is our stored fat source.
And I recently just got off of caffeine, been proud of myself, been able to wean myself off of caffeine, been consulting with PK a lot on that. And one big thing that I see a difference is my sleep. I get a lot better quality sleep now. I think a lot of the caffeine was kind of keeping me up more, and I still don't sleep super long, but the actual sleep I do, I get very good quality of sleep now.
Right.
Good stuff. So I appreciate that, bud.
Hey,
help me get off of caffeine.
That's what I'm here for. All right. So the next thing is during our workouts. Now, so we know what we do for our pre-workout is during our workouts, making sure we're staying hydrated. Right. A lot of times we start cramping, we start fatiguing because we are dehydrated. I know I've had people come in and they're starting to say, their sides start to cramp, especially when they're running, is because we're dehydrated. Our muscles start to cramp up and tighten, and that's a sign our body's saying, hey, give me some water, give me some hydration. Now, every time we think about hydration, usually people think about the Gatorades and the sports drinks and different things. Now we just have to be careful with those because those do contain usually a lot of sugar. And our body really needs the water because that's what we're primarily made up of. So we need to make sure we're taking in, even I always tell people, if you're just sitting down doing nothing, drink water. If you're standing around, always drink water. When we get to a thirsty state, you're already in a dehydrated state. So we want to actually not even get to that point. We want to make sure that we're hydrated all the time. So that's during our workout, making sure we're always hydrated, having that jug of water next to us, and definitely throwing in, some Hydrocell or something is definitely will help with the whole dehydration process and help your body actually utilize that water efficiently as well.
I think the studies show, I believe it's 2%. Once you're 2% dehydrated, there's a sharp decline in your performance. Mm-hmm. So even if you're thinking you're getting a good workout going on out there, but if you're dehydrated while you're working out, you're not going to be able to get as much out of that workout as we're looking to get. So your output is going to be a lot less, which could hinder you from getting better results as well.
Definitely. Very true. And so the last thing is talking about post-performance, right? So that's a big thing. Usually when it comes down to post-performance, if you are busting your butt out on the green, on the court, on the field, in the gym, whatever you're doing, and you're not fueling your body for post-workout for recovery, then everything you have done is pretty much for nothing. I know we talk to the student athletes and to all the athletes that come in here about making sure they're having their protein drinks, right, post-workout. Because if you're not having or consuming that protein drink, then everything that you have done, you have broken your body down to its molecular point. So you've broken down all your nervous system, you've broken down your hormones, you've broken down muscle tissue, and now your body is in what we call a catabolic state. So everything is broken down. That's what catabolic is. Everything is a breaking down process. And then so now we need to take in some protein and a good carb to be able to help rebuild and recover so we can be bigger, faster, stronger. That's what most of the athletes are coming in here to do, so they can be quicker, faster, stronger, bigger. And that's what that protein and that good carb helps to do, is to bind to that protein so it gets right into our muscles. The reason people ask why a protein drink, why not having maybe some chicken or having an egg or something after? Well, the thing is with a protein drink, protein is already broken down. That powder is broken down to its finest point. So our body just now is able to, the muscles, it absorbs that protein once we're taking it in versus having to go through a whole digestive process.
And PK, what's your recommendation on time? I know a lot of the studies, it used to be an hour after a workout to get that protein in. I've seen as short as 10 minutes. What's your feel on that?
My recommendation is right after workout. Immediately after you're done, we've done stretching, go in, have your protein already in your shaker bottle, fill it up either with water, with almond milk, whatever you use to mix it with, shake it up and consume it right then. So within at least 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes at the latest, post your workout, consume that protein drink. Then 90 minutes after you consume that protein drink, that's when you will have your next meal.
Good stuff.
So yes. And one other thing is that a lot of times, especially for our student athletes that are doing practices and they're having games and different things, a lot of times we do not consume enough food anyway throughout the day. So, and usually they're burning at least 1,000 plus calories just in their day of what they're doing.
Absolutely, yeah, easily.
So we have to make sure it's vital that we make sure that we're eating enough food, especially based on our goals. If you're looking to build muscle and to be bigger, faster, stronger, and recover, making sure we're eating to our macros, right? So, Yeah, so that's pretty much what sports performance.
Okay.
When it comes down to nutrition side of the house, what really needs to take place is making sure pre, during, and post is
all of our athletes, you club volleyball players that train here, all the AU basketball, the soccer guys.
Yes.
Make sure when you guys are going out to these long tournaments over the weekends that you guys are fueling your body for success. Make sure you're eating something before your games. Make sure you're hydrating yourself adequately during your game. And most importantly, right after your games, getting in that protein shake. Would you recommend protein shake after a game, after competition?
Definitely.
Yes.
After a game, after workout, anything, post to, definitely have that protein drink.
And have your parents have it ready for you so you can consume it immediately.
Yes.
Immediately. It's going to help you guys feel better, especially when you guys are doing multiple games during the same day, or you have those long weekends when you guys are going on those long camps. This is going to help keep you guys fueled for success.
Exactly.
It's going to make you perform a lot better than a lot of other athletes that aren't doing that.
Yes.
There's a huge advantage in doing that.
You definitely will see the results.
That was awesome. What the gym did for you.
Physically, I lost 40 pounds. 40 pounds in less than 3 months.
Yes, I remember that.
Which seemed unlikely in my book. I remember watching a lot of infomercials as a child and always feeling like some of the stories you hear, like it's unrealistic. So to have it happen to myself, at Beast Athletics, it was like, wow, this is somewhere where what you're seeing on television is real. And the amount of time that it took, as far as not so much in the 3 months, but only having to come here about 45 minutes a day, about 4 days a week, that was even more impressive, because a lot of times people have this misconception that you have to pour in so much of your day, into working out. You're not going to have time.